Hi everyone! It's almost Chinese New Year, and today I want to show you how to make dumplings from scratch. First, add dumpling flour to a bowl. Yes, dumpling flour is a kind of flour rich in protein, which will produce the chewy texture for dumplings. Add a fourth teaspoon of salt. Mix well. Now slowly add in 150 grams of room temperature water while stirring with chopsticks. When there is no dry flour left, gather all the wet flour mixture into a dough and knead the dough. It's okay if the dough is not very smooth at this moment. Let it rest in a clear wrap for 20 minutes. While letting the dough rest, let's prepare the meat part of the filling. Chop up some green onion and add to the ground pork. Add salt, oyster sauce, sesame oil, and an egg. Stir it to mix the ingredients well. Traditionally, we believe that stirring from one direction fast creates a jelly-like texture, which is very desirable for dumpling fillings. Just wrap with clear wrap and put it in the fridge. Now it's time to knead the dough again. This time, the dough is much easier to knead, and it is much smoother. Knead for another 5 minutes. Make the dough into a ball and let it sit for another 40 minutes to 1 hour. Next, we will chop up the Chinese chives. Chop washed and dried chives into small pieces. Then we will use green onion, ginger, and Sichuan peppercorn to infuse some oil to cover the chives. Simply fry the ingredients in low heat with some cooking oil. Let the oil cool and add to the chopped chives. Using oil to cover up the chives can prevent water from coming out of the chives. Now that the dough is ready, make a hole in the middle of the dough like a donut. And then gently squeeze the donut into a circle. When it's about 1 inch in diameter, we can cut it in half. Then start to chop the dough into equal and small pieces. It may be difficult for you to cut dough evenly. Don't worry, just use a scale and weigh each piece. This should be about 10 grams each. It is not a big deal if they are not. That just means the dumplings will be in slightly different sizes. To make the wrapper, press down a dough piece. Then use a small-sized rolling pin to start rolling on the dough with the right hand, and use the left hand to rotate the dough. The wrapper is rolled out in continuous motion. When the wrappers are ready, mix the chives with ground pork to make the fillings ready. Now watch closely because it is the most important part. Scoop out a spoonful of filling. Place it in the middle of the wrapper. First, fold the dumpling wrapper in half. Pinch it together at the meeting point at the top. Take a side of the dumpling. Fold one side of it in towards the middle. Then fold the other side. Finally, press and seal to make sure it's airtight. It takes quite a bit of time to make all the dumplings all by myself. Traditionally, Chinese family would gather together on New Year's Eve and everyone would make the dumplings together. Now the dumplings are all ready. Let's cook. Bring a pot of water to boil. Adding the dumplings one by one. Gently stir with a spoon to make sure dumplings aren't sticking to the pot. When it boils for the first time, add in some water to stop the boil. When it boils again, add water again. After the second time it boils, the dumplings are thoroughly cooked and ready to serve. Before eating, we'll make a dipping sauce. Simply add soy sauce, vinegar, sesame oil, and chili oil. Now let's enjoy the dumplings. Alright guys, we did it! Handmade dumplings. I know it's a lot of steps, but it is really worth the effort when you eat the dumplings because they're so delicious. Now let's give it a try. It's so good. The wrap is super soft, but it is also a little chewy. It's a texture that you will never get from store-bought wraps. The mixture inside has chives. It tastes super fresh and mixed up with the meat, producing some juice when you bite into the dumplings. It is truly magical eating them. Now let's try out the dipping sauce. This simple dipping sauce is perfect for dumplings and it's so easy to make. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you like it, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more authentic Chinese recipes. I'll see you next time and Happy Chinese New Year!